Hello friends, welcome back to class of business studies. We are on chapter 2 forms of business organization. For those students who have joined us a little late, let me tell you that we are on chapter 2 discussing forms of business organization. So if anyone needs to start a business, it could be a business in various forms. It could be a sole proprietorship, it could be a joint Hindu family business, it could be a partnership. These we've already discussed in our earlier classes. And we've also started with cooperative society, where cooperative society means a group of people who come together for the promotion of economic interest. So those who belong to such groups which are economically not so sound, they form a society, they form a group which is called as a society, so that they can help each other. So such cooperative societies are they cater to various sections of people in various ways. So there are 6 types of cooperative societies. As the name suggests, consumers cooperative society means such cooperative societies are to benefit the consumers. Producers cooperative society means this is to help the producers, the people, the businessmen who are producing, who are making some products. Marketing cooperative societies means this is to help those producers who have to sell further their products. So marketing relates to selling. Then farmers cooperative societies means this is to help the farmers. Credit cooperative societies is credit relates to finance. So this is to help provide the finance to economically not so well off group of people. And cooperative housing societies means these societies, they construct houses for such group of people. So let us now study a little detail in a detailed manner. Consumers cooperative society means there are consumer means the customers. There are some people, see, there are people with different taste and different economic backgrounds. So there could be some people who can buy who are ready to buy even expensive products with good brand names. But there are some section of people who cannot afford to buy such expensive products. They rather prefer not so branded products, but with good quality, reasonable quality at reasonable prices. So to help such people come together, they form their own society, and then they buy in bulk from the wholesalers and keep all the stock with them. So this way they eliminate the middlemen, because generally when there are middlemen involved between the producer, wholesaler and retailers, then the cost of the product goes very high. So if the middlemen are avoided, their percentages that they charge is avoided, and thereby the cost of the product is reduced, and hence the such consumers will be able to buy at reasonable rates. And these people, the members who the such people who become the members, they contribute some money, which is the capital. And whenever the sale is made from such cooperative societies, and if any profit is made, then it is further distributed to the members. One such example is Sahkari Bhandar, which you must have heard, which is catering to such people who are who want to buy such products which are not so expensive but of good quality, which are not so branded. And so here the societies, they buy in bulk various consumer products, and they keep in bulk, and members are able to buy from such societies. Next is producers cooperative societies. Now if any producer, if he is not able to see, the cost of raw material could be very high. So some, there could be some small producers, small capital businessmen who are not able to buy high cost, the very expensive raw materials. So to help such producers will again come together, and the society will be formed for them. Cooperative society will be formed so that they will keep all such raw materials, such supplies which are required by such producers. Some equipments required, some machinery required, so they will buy and keep in such societies, and such producers who are the members, they will be able to easily buy from such societies at very reasonable prices. And this way the society helps them to fight against the very big capitalist or the people who are exploiting the small producers, and where they are charging extraordinary high prices of the raw materials required by such producers. So buying in bulk, this is like they believe in economies of large scale. So when you buy in bulk, you are able to buy from the wholesalers, and again by preventing the middlemen, the cost of such raw materials will be reduced, and the producers will be able to buy from such cooperative societies. Example is Krishak Bharati Cooperative, which is called Krishko, and you must have heard Amul. This is also a very famous one of the biggest cooperative societies, where all the producers, the milk producers, have formed a societies, and they together they work on producing the milk, and the collection is done by Amul company, milk dairy company, and so they are able to they purchase from them at good prices, and further the milk will be sold to customers. So the small producers, the milk producers, they don't have to worry about where to sell and what prices. So everything is decided by the cooperative society. So such cooperative societies, not only they provide raw material, but they also are ready to buy back the product from such members at good prices, and they help such products to be further sold to the consumers. Marketing cooperative society. Marketing means to help to sell the product. So once the products are ready, again there are such producers, the small producers, who are not able to sell well their products, because there are products of good brands which are able to sell well. So such producers will not be able to get a good market for their products, and besides that, there is cost of packaging, there is cost of storing, warehousing, and there are very marketing cost of marketing also involved. So such cooperative societies are formed to help such producers to be able to sell such products and to get the market for them. And again such members will contribute their capital, and wherever the profit is made will be distributed further to the members. Next is farmers cooperative society. Now such cooperative society is to help the farmers. So again there are farmers who are not able to buy good quality seeds, they are not able to buy machinery, equipments or fertilizers. So again the cooperative society is formed amongst these farmers, and they will buy again in bulk all the seeds and machinery and fertilizers and everything. So all the farmers who require such inputs will be able to buy directly from the cooperative society. They don't need to go here in different market areas where the cost is very high. So they know that these cooperative societies which they have formed will have all such requirements, and they'll be able to buy from them directly. And these cooperative societies are also again buying the producers from the farmers. So again, like in the milk cooperative society, the farmers also don't have to search the market that where they will be able to sell their products, because here the cooperative society will take the responsibility of buying the products from the farmers, the crops, and they know where to sell and which areas in bulk it could be sold. So the farmers get their value for the produces that they have made. So this way the farmers are also getting some security and protection with the help of the cooperative societies that they form. Next is credit cooperative society. Credit means finance. So again there are different sections of people, say the producers, they require finance. So again and when they move around to different financiers, there are very high rate of interest charged by them. So there are many people who are ready to help such people, so they form the cooperative society, so that all those who are sound enough financially, they bring in their capital, and they bring in capital. And also if any of the member has little savings, they will deposit such savings with such cooperative societies, and they will earn an interest on the deposits made. And finally, with whatever deposit and collection has been made by the cooperative society, that amount can be used as an amount ready to be given as a loan to the needy people. And the interest will be charged, but the interest rate of interest on the loans will be much lesser than what the rate of interest is charged in the outside financial institutions or by the other financiers. So the members will be able to get the finance credit by way of loan, which is collected by such cooperative societies by way of capital investment by the members and by way of deposits made by the members. And whatever is the income by earning that has been earned by charging interest on the loan, that will be further distributed to the members. And last but not the least, cooperative housing societies. Here again there are some section of people who are again not able to afford to buy the houses which are made with very huge cost of construction. So they again form a society, so that they bring in the little amount that they have as an investment, and they pour in as a capital in such societies. And with all the money that is collected by the housing societies, then they are able to construct the houses at a larger scale and at reasonable lower cost. See, if you want to construct a house for yourself all alone, so you may have to incur a lot of expenses when you have to construct one house for yourself. But if a society has to construct 100 houses or 50 number of houses, then they will enjoy the economies of large scale. Means when you buy the material, the construction material in a bulk, then you enjoy the good discounts when you buy at bulk, and this way the cost of construction is reduced, and thereby such people will be able to buy such houses at lower rates. And also if they have to pay the cost of house, the construction cost also can be paid in installments. Or sometimes these housing societies also help the members buy the plot areas in which the members will be able to construct the house on their own according to their choice. So this way we see different cooperative societies which are catering to the consumers, producers, to the producers for their sale, that is marketing, to the farmers, to those businessmen who need finances, and to those members who need to construct houses at a reasonable cost. So this way we have learned different cooperative societies. Thank you.